Camera.
We can start. Hi, Mona. Ajit, Mona is the one that I was telling you about.
आइए मोना जी, स्विच ऑन योर कैमरा. वंदना जी, सुधीर जी, कम ऑन, चलिए बात करते हैं. ओके, यू वांट मी टू स्पीक इन इंग्लिश और हिंदी? आई नो लास्ट टाइम मुझे कुछ फ्यू पीपल्स टोल्ड मी कि हिंदी में बोलो.
हिंदी इंग्लिश आप मिक्स कर लो अजीत.
ओके.
Anything that somebody does not understand. आप किसी को भी कोई बात अगर नहीं समझ में आएगी, please ask. You're free to ask. It's a open session, please.
हाँ जी, तो आप अनम्यूट करके पूछिए. ओह, देयर आर मेनी पीपल जॉइनिंग नाउ. लेट्स गिव हिम वन मोर मिनट.
Yeah, let's do that.
अपना IST है ना, 5 minutes late. I also do that.
Hi, Shalini.
गुड. मोना जी भी आ गई, वीडियो ऑन. हेलो मोना जी, शालिनी.
Hello.
Okay, चलिए, so let's start. Yeah, it's 5:05, so let's start. So आपके आने से पहले Rashmi was saying that this is our first session after Neetu, and I met Rashmi अभी थोड़े दिन पहले in Bombay, and we decided that we have to carry forward her legacy. She always was very, very enthusiastic about patient education sessions, ताकि सबको मालूम पड़े. It's a knowledge share हो. Knowledge एक इंसान के पास रह के सिर्फ information होता है. It's only information. When it goes to others and others start also understanding it, it becomes knowledge. It's very important that we do knowledge dissemination sessions. Wouldn't take much on that, and we are covering two topics. Okay, one is importance of pulmonary rehab. Very simple terms में exercise, strength, right? And दूसरा है कि what is the time when one should think about transplant. I don't know how many of you know Neetu, but Neetu के केस में थोड़ा सा डिले हुआ था प्रोसेस चालू करने में, और उसकी वजह से ज्यादा कॉम्प्लिकेशंस हुए, और उसकी वजह से शायद वी आर नाउ नीतू इज नॉट विद अस. अगर नीतू ने प्रोसेस आज से 2 साल पहले चालू की होती तो डेफिनेटली नीतू वुड हैव बीन हियर. सो रश्मि एंड आई मेट एंड डिस्कस कि इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि हम आपसे ये बात करें कि अगर कोई ट्रांसप्लांट का सोच रहा है, और मुझे मालूम है सब लोग ट्रांसप्लांट का नहीं सोचते हैं, सब लोग अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते हैं, पर अगर कोई सोच रहा है या सोच सकता है तो व्हाट्स द टाइम, कब सोचना चाहिए, कैसे, क्या क्या होगा, क्या नहीं. ओके, before that, so as I said, first topic is pulmonary rehab. What is pulmonary rehab?
Ajit, I'll start with one question before you start the session. So this is one question that comes to me very, very often. That is, if I have ILD, will I necessarily go on oxygen support later? Or will I require a transplantation in future? Right? This is one question that I get asked very, very often by a lot of people who जिसको ILD का शुरुआत है या fibrosis शुरू हो गया है.
So the answer, Rashmi, is no. नहीं. Actually, transplant की जरूरत, if you ask me, सिर्फ 5 से 5% cases में पड़ती है. Then only 5% people will reach to a transplant level. But before that, only if you do your management very, very properly, okay, if you do your management very properly, there is a chance कि या तो आप ट्रांसप्लांट नहीं जरूरत पड़ेगी, या आप उसको इतना डिले कर देंगे लाइक 10-20 साल कि वो सिचुएशन ही नहीं आएगी. सो one of the thing just say you can avoid really reaching the transplant is planning, right? Just managing it in time, managing it in the right manner, and pulmonary rehab, which is today's topic, which we have talked. Let me give you example. I have scleroderma since I was 17, and today I'm 43, so 26 years. Okay. All through my life, I was fine till the time one fine day when medicine was wrongly given to me, and that flared up things. Okay. But tab tak, and this I'm talking about 2015. बचपन से लेकर till 2015, right? When I was 36 years old, means I'm talking about 15-17 years, nothing happened to me. One of the reason that I was a very avid uh, on my physical health. I used to go to gym very regularly, 3 times a week मैं जिम जाता था ताकि मेरे लंग पे बहुत इफेक्ट नहीं है स्क्लेरोडर्मा का, या था भी इफेक्ट तो कम, ज्यादा बढ़े नहीं। मैं रन करता था ट्रेडमिल पे, काफी मैं अपनी चेस्ट एक्सरसाइजेस करता था। सो बेसिकली जो पल्मोनरी रिहैब है इज नथिंग बट दीज थिंग्स, राइट? इफ यू कीप yourself physically fit, if you keep yourself exercising, if you keep your muscle intact, if you keep strengthening the muscle, there's a fair chance that you will not reach the lung transplant. I'm telling you, मेरा शायद ट्रांसप्लांट कभी नहीं होता अगर वो मेडिसिन एक बंद नहीं हुई होती। मेरी एसिडिटी की मेडिसिन मेरे डॉक्टर ने बंद कर दी, saying that शायद I will have calcium depletion. This shayad thing, his guesswork, he stopped my medicine for 6 months and I was so acidic, I used to throw up, vomit. उसका मेरा एसिड की वजह से पूरा इसोफेगस डैमेज हो गया and then started going in the lungs. But literally bang on the point, रश्मि, जो आपने कहा, I didn't even get didn't get any fever or anything for 15 years. Literally. That's the importance of pulmonary rehab. Luckily मेरे केस में I was in general a conscious person, so I used to do a lot of exercise, right? यहाँ we are having a session, और मेरे जमाने में I'm talking about आज से 25 साल पहले कुछ नहीं था, कोई दूसरा स्क्लेरोडर्मा वाला ही नहीं था जिससे मैं बात कर सकूं. I didn't even know how to do it, what to do. Here you're lucky that you have this forum where we are talking. People have gone through a lot of things in their life and they are sharing their experiences and they are guiding each other. Okay, so pulmonary rehab, again, word, kabhi this word sounds very big and very very complicated. It's very very striking word, pulmonary rehab. अगर आप उसको हिंदी में करेंगे, pulmonary means your chest, your function, your pulmonary function, which is run by your lungs. Rehab is literally rehab, to bring you back where you were, right? You are rehab someone. तो पहले जो आपकी strength थी वो strength वापस लाने के लिए. So all they are doing is making you, when you go to the rehab, so-called rehab, they make you do exercises. They make you do very focused exercises जो lung के लिए हैं, जो आपके vascular functions के लिए. Vascular means blood, okay, right? So जब जिससे आपका blood flow बढ़ेगा तो आपकी health better होगी, skin better होगी, Raynaud's कम होगा, and all, right? Unfortunately, ये मैंने भी एक्सपीरियंस किया थ्रू आउट द लाइफ कि डॉक्टर्स रिकमेंड नहीं करते हैं, बिकॉज फ्रेंकली फिजियोथेरेपी और रिहैब इज नॉट अ रिमोटोलॉजिस्ट और पल्मोनोलॉजिस्ट सब्जेक्ट, राइट? कभी कभी आपको अपने खुद से भी कुछ एफर्ट्स करके, कुछ थिंकिंग करके कुछ चीजें करनी पड़ती हैं जो शायद एक डॉक्टर नहीं भी बोल रहा है. एंड पल्मोनरी रिहैब इज वन ऑफ दैट थिंग. एंड जितना मुझे समझते हैं, रश्मि, आई वांट योर इनपुट हियर, कि यहाँ रिहैब इज नॉट वेरी एक्सपेंसिव, राइट? रिहैब के लिए आप जाएंगे, फोकस्ड एक्सरसाइज है, it doesn't cost much. Rashmi, do you want to share the numbers?
I will, once I am still in the midst of collecting those numbers. I will then share the list with them.
But broadly, right, the rehab cost ranges per session between like
500 rupees to 1,000 rupees, depending place to place.
Correct. And what, आप में से कई लोग जैसे रिहैब जाएंगे ना, आपको लगेगा अरे ये तो क्या है, कुछ नहीं करा है तो मैं घर में कर लूंगा, मैं क्यों जाके 600 800 1000 रुपए दूं, राइट? All of us think like that, but I can guarantee you'll never do at home. Nobody does at home. Human mindset is such, आप तभी human mindset acts only when there's a fear of penalty, इधर फाइनेंशियल कि आपको पे करना है और रिलीजियस पेनल्टी कि अब नहीं करोगे तो पाप पड़ेगा, तो फिर सब करते हैं बराबर, पैसे लगेंगे तो सब करेंगे, बट घर पे कोई नहीं करता. इसलिए इट्स इंपॉर्टेंट कि आप रिहैब जाओ. इतना मेडिसिन में आप लोग एक्सपेंस करते हो, यू स्पेंड सो मच मनी ऑन मेडिसिन. रिहैब इज वे मोर वर्थ इट. एंड दिस आई टेल एवरीवन, मेडिसिन कैन गिव यू लाइफ, अग्रीड? कोई अच्छी ब्लॉकबस्टर मेडिसिन आएगी टू कीप यू अलाइव, कोई ट्रीटमेंट करा लोगे, चलिए ट्रांसप्लांट आपने करवा भी लिया, वो आपको जिंदा रखेगा. आपकी लाइफ मीनिंगफुल तो नहीं बन सकती ना जब तक आप में स्ट्रेंथ नहीं होगी. हाउ विल योर लाइफ बिकम मीनिंगफुल? Transplant or any procedures you do, you take so many medications, you do surgeries. It just gives you life. You will be breathing. You'll be talking, and you'll be smiling. Or maybe may not be smiling क्योंकि आपके पास energy नहीं है, आपके मन में वो feeling नहीं है. When you are not feeling very well, how are you gonna smile, right? What makes your life meaningful is the physical exercise part. Some of you know, I had a double lung transplant. I had 2 heart attacks, cardiac arrest. I had liver failure. I had lung cancer. I have pulmonary. I have a 100% esophageal dysmotility. My esophagus is still a dead tube. It's nothing but a dead tube. A lot of you face esophageal dysmotility every day, right? When I woke up from my transplant, my legs used to not move. They were paralytic, I felt. So they told me, no, you have lost a lot of muscle. So we will build your muscle back. We will put you in rehab. What we'll do? We'll put you in rehab. And then you'll get better and you'll be able to walk. We'll make sure that you walk out of hospital. So then they made me do rehab. But that rehab, they told me we will do only, and mind this word, they said कि उतना ही होगा कि आप यहाँ हॉस्पिटल से वॉक करके निकल सको और जाके टैक्सी में बैठो, क्योंकि उतनी ही रिस्क होती है हॉस्पिटल की कि कोई गिरे नहीं. एक बार उन्होंने आपको हॉस्पिटल दिखा तो उनकी रिस्क खत्म, राइट? दैट्स वेयर देयर जॉब एंड्स where their risk ends. So as a patient, आपको सोचना है कि क्या मैं सिर्फ डॉक्टर की सुनूं, क्या कुछ और भी अपने तरीके से. उसके बाद ठीक है, आई वेंट होम, दे टोल्ड मी, दे गेव मी अ लिस्ट ऑफ एक्सरसाइज, दे सेड ये करो, ठीक हो जाओगे फिर, ठीक है. But my family was very aggressive. They said, no, we need to do more. We need to keep doing more for you. करते करते eventually after few months I went to a gymnastic center. My daughter used to do gymnastics. तो when I saw that I said, अरे gymnastics is like rehab. उधर भी वो same straight line में चलवाते हैं, rings होते हैं. When you are in a rehab, वो rings में टेढ़ा walk कराएंगे, crisscross walk, so that your muscles, your side muscles get stronger. They will make you twist so that your belly and your lower abdomen gets stronger. I said, sir, advanced level hai. Then I spoke to someone and I started doing gymnastics, and now I do pretty decent gymnastics, right? But now think about it, अगर मैं वो नहीं करता, right? खुद से, मुझे डॉक्टर ने तो नहीं कहा, right? अगर खुद से नहीं करता तो शायद आज ये सेशन भी नहीं कर पाता, आज मैं इतना स्ट्रांग भी नहीं होता. आई हैव सीन मेनी पोस्ट ट्रांसप्लांट पेशेंट, यू विल ऑलवेज फाइंड देम, दे आर वीक, दे आर फ्रेल, there's a lot of lack of energy. But because I did exercises, because I did rehab properly, okay, I'm able to do it here. Okay, I want to again give you one. I believe in giving you my example because I don't know what others do and what others don't do. So I landed, I live in US, most of you know, right? Last Wednesday I landed in Bombay at 2 p.m. Took a 6 p.m. connection to Chennai, went for a case. I'm a lawyer. Next day when I went, the opposite side lawyer didn't show up. The case didn't happen. I flew back from Chennai to Bombay on Thursday. Then Friday I was in Bombay, I had work. Saturday I flew to Nagpur. Okay. Monday again I had to go back to Chennai for that work. So I went to Chennai. Tuesday I went from Chennai to Hyderabad. Okay. Wednesday I went from Hyderabad to Visakhapatnam. Thursday I went from Visakhapatnam to Ahmedabad, and Saturday I came back home. I had, as I told you, I had a double lung transplant, but I am able to do all these things because of the rehab. A normal person को भी आप ये करवाओगे तो शायद थक के गिर जाएगा. But at least I could do, and it's not that I'm doing anything great. No. All I am doing is rehab. I'm following the basics. If you follow the basics, if you go and trigger your inner healing power, your physical healing power through rehabs, it will help you. It will really, really help you delay transplant. I'm again telling you, I would not have needed a transplant had that medicine been not stopped. And this is what confirmed by my doctor also. They said, yeah, I mean, that was one stupidity happened, and because of that, eventually you ended up, going there. So my request and, suggestion to you is that please, all of you, go for pulmonary rehab. It's a little bit of money, and those आप में से जो afford नहीं कर सकता है, foundation है, we will help, right, Rashmi? We'll evaluate those cases and we'll support,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
right? We support a few poor patients for medicines. We'll support for this also, because this is equally important. Your physical well-being, your medicinal well-being, your mental well-being, they all are equally important. We are slowly, trying to support as many patients as we can. So, and again, I know, and this happened with me, when you go to rehab, you will say, अरे ये तो इतना सा कराते हैं, ये तो कुछ भी नहीं है, ये तो मैं ऐसे कर लूंगा, ये तो मैं वैसे कर लूंगा. आप कभी नहीं करोगे. और जिसको आपको लगता नहीं इतना सा है, वो इतना टारगेटेड है कि उससे ज्यादा करने की जरूरत भी नहीं है, टू बी ऑनेस्ट. तो हो सकता है फिजिकली आपकी स्ट्रेंथ में लगे, अरे ये तो मैंने ऐसे ही कर लिया. ये मेरे साथ भी हुआ था. मैं पहली बार गेम में गया, ये क्या है, थोड़ी सी साइकिल चलवाएंगे, थोड़ा सा हल्का हल्का वेट उठवाएंगे. दैट इज ऑल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. और वो इसीलिए थोड़ा कराते हैं कि आपको देखते हैं कि आपकी बॉडी कैसे रिएक्ट कर रही. फॉर नेक्स्ट टाइम दे स्टेप अप a little bit, then again they step up a little bit, then they again step up a little bit. So please don't get judgmental about rehabs when you go there, okay? But please go and follow what the trainer says. They are trained, they are educated in their field, and they have seen probably hundreds of patients. Okay. One reason जितना मुझे समझता है कि यहाँ डॉक्टर्स क्यों नहीं बोलते हैं रिहैब के लिए, वाज एग्जैक्टली द सेम व्हिच आई वाज टेलिंग यू, कि हॉस्पिटल या डॉक्टर्स की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी इतनी है कि आप बस पैर पे खड़े हो जाए. सो इसलिए आपने कार्डियो, सो कई लोग जिनके हार्ट सर्जरीज होती हैं, दे यूजुअली गो फॉर रिहैब्स, राइट? द डॉक्टर्स रिकमेंड हियर, राइट रश्मि?
Yes, Ajit.
तो यूजुअली डॉक्टर्स वो, क्योंकि जब कार्डियक सर्जरी के बाद एकदम सिचुएशन ऐसे डेबिलिटेटिंग हो जाती है, वो इंसान चल नहीं पाता है. और क्यों नहीं चल पाता? क्योंकि पेन होता है, राइट? व्हेन दे कट योर स्टर्नम अप यहाँ पे, तो पेन होता है, तो वो एफर्ट ही नहीं करता है पेशेंट. इसलिए वो उनको भेजते हैं रिहैब कि भैया थोड़ा तो हो जाए और ठीक हो जाए. सो द डॉक्टर्स मेंटालिटी प्रोबेबली इज कि जब बहुत ही वीक पेशेंट है तब रिहैब कराओ. सॉरी, somebody said something. Okay, so sorry. So doctors की एक ये mentality थी, but I would suggest कि आप लोग please go to rehabs. A problem, I can tell you, go to gym. If you ask me, the best thing is gym. But the problem is those trainers in gym are not trained to help you, to handle you. So let me tell you, जब मैं वो जिम्नास्टिक में देखा तो मैंने उनसे पूछा आपके पास एडल्ट क्लासेस हैं? तो they said yes. So I said, who is the trainer? I said, Mr. So and so is the trainer. He's a very senior person. So I said, can I talk to him? So he came, he saw me, he heard my story. And then he said, I think I am capable to handle you because I myself have had bypass surgery. I had a cancer surgery, and he once jumped down, or he fell down in gymnastics. He broke his arm into like pieces. So he said, I have built myself back and I have gone through this whole process. So I feel I can help you. Then only when I felt that this guy is trained enough. In any case, US may nobody will touch you till the time they are trained enough. But I'm still saying, till the time I was convinced that if I'm go to a non-hospital setup, right, a non-medical setup, a non-authoritative setup, like gym, gymnastics, any sports arena, till the time the trainer has really is trained in your thing or understands your thing, please do not try venturing with them. And I'll tell you simple reason why. Most of you have taken steroids. A lot of you are, a lot of you are taking also. Now I don't know how many of you know the steroids makes your bone weak. A little extra pressure on that bone can actually lead to a fracture. So if the gym trainer wouldn't you, so probably you have muscle, right? Your muscle can handle say 30 kg, and that's all he sees you. When he sees you from outside, he's seeing your bone, right? I'm sorry, he's seeing your muscle. He's not seeing your bone inside. He can't. And if that bone is weak but the muscle is strong, and you push or you do any exercise, you might end up having a fracture. So for me, I'm telling you, it's very easy to say, अरे जिम जाओ, गोल्ड जिम 10-12 हजार साल का देता है, मस्त आप करो, स्ट्रॉन्ग हो जाओगे. That's also an option, but You do that first. You go to rehab. You go to rehab for at least couple of months. Learn that art yourself. जब आपका रिहैब होगा तो आप देखोगे, ऑब्जर्व करोगे, सीखोगे, समझोगे, सवाल करोगे, उससे क्वेश्चन करोगे, राइट? कि अच्छा आपने ये इतना कम वेट क्यों दिया? He will tell you, he or she, whoever is there, will tell you the logic. Oh, I think that we are giving you less weight because of so and so reason. And once either you train yourself for 3 to 6 months to 1 year, whatever suits you, then venture out in other things. Are you following me? Can I see some nods? Am I going too fast?
No, Ajit, one more thing I would like to add here is when you're going for rehabs, normally they put a oximeter on you and they check your saturation and, you come to know little by little. Say, for example, the first day when you go for a rehab, so, you get tired in 10 minutes and your saturation drop to say 80, 85, 90. And after 3 months, your saturation is on 90, 92, even after 45 minutes. So this is how you come to know the reason why you need to go there is to understand that difference. You will not understand this difference in the gym. You cannot work out this. This is not possible in the gym. They monitor your heart rate, they monitor your oxygen levels. And this is why you need to go to a center and not to a gym. You may do it later once when you are perfectly fine. 45 minutes, your saturation is on 98. Very good. Go ahead. But not before that. Say in 10 minutes, your saturation is dropping at 80. Then you need to continue with your rehab.
Yeah. And I'm sure if you go regular to rehab, you can talk to the hospital administration for a discount, this and that. You can do many, many things there.
We always have that package thing here. You take 30 sessions, they give you 10 sessions free. That is always a package thing in India.
So I don't know how else I can emphasize the importance of rehab to you more. But as I said, आज मैं जो हूँ और जितना मैं travel कर पाया हूँ, I didn't tell you all that to brag. Oh, I'm doing this. No. To tell you that I can get that strength to do it because of this physical fitness. To reach to physical fitness, you need the right coaches, you need the right trainers, which are in rehab. So please start from there, learn there, and then maybe slowly you can ramp yourself up. Okay. So please do rehab. It is help you or Joe afford. Whoever you can't afford, the foundation is there. We all are there. We'll figure out the funds. We'll help you out. Okay. So let's, I think, move to the next topic. But before going to next topic, we will have question and answer session in the end. But before moving, anybody has any very quick question which I can quickly address, or we'll do all in the end?
Hello.
Hello.
Ajit. Yeah, I'm Shalini.
Hi,
So I
Shal.
have a question for you. Is this only for ILD patients or is it for PAH patients too?
What do you said?
PAH.
You mean the pulmonary hypertension patients? Yeah, it's for everyone. No? So this is another good point. See, ILD patient can still handle the gym, but if the patient with pulmonary hypertension goes in gym and ends up increasing the pressure by doing something wrong, it's gonna be even more fatal, right? So rehab are a place where they are very they are educated, they're trained to handle you. They'll tell you, okay, you have PF, so they'll modify your exercises accordingly. And once you learn those, then you can do later on at gym or wherever you want. But yes, go to rehab. This is very important that when you go to rehab, you tell them all conditions of your skin. I have this health condition, and I want you to customize my session according to what health issues I have. So like pulmonary hypertension, typically, and even for the matter ILD, they will not do very cardio heavy, right? What will they do? They might give you more strength oriented exercise. Like they'll make you sit and they'll give you a little bit of weight to do biceps, triceps, wrists. They might make you stand on your toes and all those things. So they will customize it. Okay.
Thank you.
No problem. Any other questions?
Hi sir, सुधीर बात कर रहा हूँ.
Yes.
सर अभी रिहैब करने के लिए अभी मेरा पहचान का एक आदमी है, उसका फिजियोथेरेपी की क्लिनिक है, एडवांस फिजियोथेरेपी क्लिनिक है, उधर करा सकते हैं या हॉस्पिटल में ही कराना है सर? उसके पास भी और रिहैबिलिटेशन का फैसिलिटीज है?
nahi. So, okay. There are many types of rehabs. Very good question, Sudhir ji. There are many types of rehabs, right? कोई गिर जाता है, किसी का पाँव टूट जाता है, किसी का हाथ. So there are different type of things you do in different rehabs. So if this person has knowledge or has certification in pulmonary rehab, then I would say go with him. Otherwise, I would say आप hospital से शुरू कीजिए pulmonary rehab से कुछ महीने, and then you tell him कि अच्छा ये कराते हैं, do you know, can you handle me, and let him read and research, and then I would say go to him. But you should go to the hospital. When you talk about pulmonary rehab, it's a big investment. Pulmonary rehab में वो जो pulmonary rehab की related machines है वो होती हैं. अब individual physiotherapy वाले usually इतने expense करके इतनी machines I don't know ला पाते हैं नहीं ला पाते हैं. So if I was
नहीं होता यूजली उनके पास जो ये जितने भी फिजियोथेरेपिस्ट है दे आर नॉट क्वालिफाइड टू गिव यू पल्मोनरी रिहैब. वो आपको बोल देंगे पर उनके पास होता नहीं है, राइट? तो यू शुड ऑलवेज आस्क देम कि मुझे आपका सर्टिफिकेट दिखाइए, या फिर अगर आप गूगल भी करेंगे कि पल्मोनरी रिहैब में कौन कौन सी मशीन्स होती हैं, यू कैन सी देयर एंड देन यू कैन कंपेयर. बट आई वुड से कि आप एक दो सेशन एक प्रॉपर सेंटर से लीजिए, देन यू कैन डिसाइड वेदर योर फ्रेंड हैज द qualification and the machines for that.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you,
सुधीर,
sir.
एक और प्रॉब्लम है हमारा इंडिया में, हम ये दोस्ती यारी में बहुत जाते हैं कि अरे मेरा दोस्त ये है मैं ऐसा करवा लेता हूँ. Focus on, you have a very very specialized and God has given you a very special disease to make you a special person, so you need a very another special person to handle that. So focus on that rather than on a relationship or या किसी के कहे सुने पे. Go to the right places, because end of the day it's you. आपकी हेल्थ है, आपको तकलीफ है. सो आपको अगर तकलीफ है तो आपको उस चीज से रिलेटेड जो भी बेस्ट पॉसिबल फैसिलिटी है वहां जाना चाहिए. दैट्स व्हाट आई वुड डू दैट. यस.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
ओके जी. ऑलराइट, सो should we move on to the next topic?
Yes, please.
Okay. Transplant. The first thing, not necessary every patient ends up with transplant. ये हमने एक पहले भी सेशन किया था, आई डोंट नो वेदर यू वुड रिमेंबर, जो हमने स्टमक वाला सेशन किया था कि हाउ एसिडिटी actually impacts your lung. How your stomach plays a big role in spoiling your lung or complicating your lung. So I would say कि एक बार आपको जब भी टाइम मिले, you all should see this session again. It should be, it's video recorded, Rashmi, it's on our page.
It's on a YouTube channel.
Correct. So you should see that, all of you. So the first step for you always is to follow all those things. I know this is for transplant. I will come to that, but before that, I wanted to say this thing. All of you need to sleep at 30-degree angle all your life. Please do not discount this. Please. There are studies done which said that 90% of ILD, 90% ILD happens to 90% of patients because of stomach issues, because of the acidity, because of the aspiration. Okay. And this is not a session for that. It's already happened. So please see that video and you'll understand why we are saying this. Okay. Now what happens? Let's think that there is something which is attacking my lungs, right? कुछ भी चीज खराब कैसे होगी? There's an attack, right? When there's an attack, either you stop the attack, or if you can't stop the attack, you speed up the repair process. कि आप lung को repair करते जाओ फटाफट, right? I'm saying, very, very simple, stupid terms, right? So again, pulmonary rehab is the one which is repairing the lung. Okay. When you're running, when you're doing anything, when you're expanding your lungs, right? All you're doing is pushing that lung muscle forward, backwards, and making it healthier, helping it repair faster. Okay. Now, there are times when it comes to what you're doing, or your stomach issues are so bad, or your scleroderma is at so much peak, right, that these things will not work. There might be a situation. That is the time when it's time for thinking about transplant, right? And when they don't work, these things, what are those symptoms? How do you come to know? Now, the first thing, the first symptom which I understood in my life was that when you are on a continuous oxygen for 24 hours, okay, when you're not able to do anything, quote unquote, anything without oxygen, right? And when I say oxygen means 2 liters, 3 liters, okay? If you are able to walk, okay, they say, I mean, of course, the medical standard is a 6-minute walk test. If you are able to walk 6 minutes without oxygen, then you don't need transplant. But if you need oxygen within 3 minutes, that's your first indicator, right? That's your first indicator. A continuous requirement of oxygen 24 hours, or if you're not able to walk more than 3 minutes. Sometimes it can happen that you don't need oxygen for 24 hours. But if you're not able to walk continuously for 3 minutes and slow, not necessarily to run, that's what will tell you that it's time that you should start thinking. But why are we talking about this? You know, think about it. If you want to get a transplant, right, you can think, मैं transplant तो कभी भी करा सकती हूँ. Okay, right? The lung doesn't work that way. The problem of lung especially is that it's such a sensitive organ that if you do not plan well enough in advance, the surgery will become complicated. And because your lung is complicated, right, you need oxygen, you're on oxygen and your saturation keeps going down doing things, it starts weakening your other organs of the body. And when your other organs start, weakening, that's where the whole complication happens. And that's exactly what happened in Neetu's case. She was on oxygen for a very, very, very long time. Her other organs were not as strong as it should have been. And eventually, when the final moment come, when the fighting moment come, some of her organs started, shaking, wearing. This is exactly what happens. So when you delay the process, when you say, "Ki, Arey, baad mein dekh lenge, kar lenge," that's where the whole complication starts. Now I'll tell you my example. The problem here also is doctors. Today only I was talking to someone. I said, in the month of July, actually, I had gone to a doctor. He said, "Oh, you're fine. You'll be fine. No issues, this, that." He gave me a lot of hope. Good. And uske, then we asked him, मेरी family ने कि भाई transplant करवाना है? तो he said, नहीं, कोई जरूरत नहीं है transplant की. He'll be fine. कुछ महीनों में. तो he will be able to avoid transplant. हम लोग खुश हो गए. And that time, by the way, I was on 4 liters oxygen, 24 hours. Okay. July ke baad, I went to him again in September with a new scan. He actually came in my shoulder, and if you have seen, some of you have seen that video made by my hospital, I've said that here also there. He actually came and tapped me saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry, my friend. Your scan, I feel your game is over. Probably you have 2-3 months to live." In doctor's mind, he just wasted 2 months. But because of that 2 months, I ended up on ECMO for 30 days. I had 2 cardiac arrests, I had a liver failure, only because of that delay of 2 months. But luckily, I was in US. वहाँ के doctors, medical systems are very, very strong. They saved me. Otherwise, there was no chance I would have saved here. So that's why it's very important that early on you should start knowing the symptoms. In any case, see, I know कई लोग हैं जो afford नहीं कर सकते हैं, but at least you know, right? You know, if you're not gonna have transplant, and I'm sorry to say this, please don't mind. I'm sorry to say, eventually, if you're not doing transplant, then you can do calculation in your mind. I have another, I feel bad in saying, but that I have another 6 months to live, another 8 months to live, or a doctor will give you a reasonable assessment so that at least whatever are your wishes, you can fulfill it, right? But you need to know that point. जरूरी नहीं है डॉक्टर बोलेगा, but you need to understand yourself. You need to talk to yourself and say, okay, this is my point. I should get my evaluation done. At least I should talk to a transplant pulmonologist. This is the mistake I did. I spoke to my regular pulmonologist and he said, nahi, transplant ki zarurat nahi hai. Now, transplant की जरूरत है या नहीं cannot be decided by a regular pulmonologist. आपको कभी किसी ने ये बात कही है? Have you ever heard this? I don't think so. क्योंकि हम pulmonologist ये बात नहीं बोलते हैं. The moment any decision of this has to be taken by transplant pulmo. So if you are on 2 liters oxygen and if you are not able to walk or some 3 minutes, reach out to a transplant pulmonologist and do your discussions with them. Do you think I am in the window? The term they use is I am in the transplant window. If yes, what is the right time? How soon we should start the process? Do we really need to start the process? What are the pros and cons of the process? But if you delay it, and I have a lot of regret and guilt myself that I should have pushed Neetu early on. I used to tell her, but please think. She's like, yeah, I will think. If you would have started in right time, probably it's not necessary कि हर चीज में successful होता ही है हर चीज, but शायद आज यहाँ होती. So I feel very guilty about it, and that's one reason why Rashmi and I decided that we should have this session and tell you that think early on. Okay. Another thing is that your body always tells you what's going on. If you need a transplant, there'll be a situation where your body will tell you, I'm just not able to do anything. If you get up, you go to washroom, the saturation goes down drastically. When you are taking shower, you're gasping. These are very, very classic symptoms. And I had those symptoms for a long time, but my doctors, the regular pulmonologist, ignored that. So your body will tell you that something is not only wrong, something is extraordinarily wrong. Gasping air is not a normal thing, right? Yeah, being breathless, still we have ILD and this and that is a very different thing. But when you go in the gasping zone, that's another sign. So none of these signs are written in science, right? Science में किसी ने नहीं लिखा कि अगर gasping होगी तो होगी. This I am sharing for personal experience, and I should have said in the beginning, because this is not a medical advice. This is a session for sharing my personal experiences, what I have gone through, right? जब भी आपके symptoms aggravate हो रहे हैं, and another एक symptom ये होता है कि बहुत short time में बहुत ज़्यादा aggravation हो गया. Like 1 साल तक सब ठीक चल रहा था, and suddenly now you are feeling a lot of breathlessness for this 1 week. Now that's a sign या तो कोई infection है, या कोई inflammation है, या आपके lung में fibrosis increase हो गया है. आप नहीं decide कर सकते क्या, तो you need to go to a doctor and ask him, क्या है ये? But your body will tell you. Listen to your body. Listen. हम लोग हमेशा तो मैं यूएस में रहता हूँ 6 साल से, तो I realized कि यहाँ पे हमेशा ना हमको ये समझाया जाता है कि अरे कुछ नहीं है, अरे चलता है, अरे सह लो, अरे दर्द ही तो है, कोई बात नहीं है. So that applies to a normal person, not to the special people like us. If you have anything extraordinary, pick a phone, talk to doctor, talk to a fellow colleague here, to Rashmi, talk to Pinky, talk to Akansha, talk to me. My number is always there. I have a lot of people who send me messages from scleroderma. Talk. Just don't sit on symptoms. Okay. So again, to recap, I would say 3 minutes. I want you to write this. अगर 3 minutes आप walk कर पा रहे हैं without oxygen, नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, it's time for you to start thinking. If you are gasping, any sudden those attacks, that's a time for you need to start thinking, transplant. Your pulmonologist tell you कोई जरूरत नहीं. I can guarantee you this. If you go to your pulmo, इससे कोई बात नहीं है. Again, I was talking to someone today afternoon. The pulmo thinks, it's fine. Their scan shows very limited fibrosis, but the physiologically, that person is not very fit. Almost शायद जरूरत नहीं है, देखते हैं ठीक हो जाएगा. But he is not the best person to give an opinion on this. I feel the opinion on this can be given by a transplant pulmonologist. And transplant pulmonologist specialization तो कोई reason होगा ना? There is a reason, right? Otherwise, why medical science will have a thing called transplant pulmonologist or a specialization like that? Like, okay, I'm a lawyer. Okay. And within the so many laws, I do only tax law. Within tax law, I do only international tax. And within international tax, I do this one very tiny subject called transfer pricing. Right? But I'm super specialized at one small thing, which is what is very important, which is why I have clients, which is why clients come to me and I give them advice and they listen to my advice.
Rashmidi?
Yes, Akanksha. Is there a problem, Akanksha?
Yeah, it just got stuck.
No, it must be from your end, Akanksha.
Okay, sorry.
Sorry, Ajit, go ahead.
Can you see me? Is all good, Rashmi?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I tell you, I told you, right? I came from US just to do a case here, and my client paid me my tickets and everything because they know there's a value to the super specialization. Again, I'm not doing my boosting. I'm just trying to give you an example. Same as transplant pulmonologists. They are very, very, very specialized people. They've trained years and years and years, in that field. They are trained. So talk to them. I did that mistake, spoke to regular pulmonologists, got delayed, ended up with what ended up with. So,
but I think, Ajit, this is one mistake that, for that exam, for that matter, Neetu saw a pulmonologist in Delhi in the month of Feb in Apollo Hospital. And he specifically told her, you still have another 4 to 5 years before you start thinking about, going for a transplant, wherein she was already on 12 liters at that point of time. So,
can you believe that?
though, we had already started the process, so we knew that, he does not know anything about it. So understand that part, it is the reason why, we're giving Neetu a reference here is, trust me, it pains us every time I and Ajit take her name, but it is just because, we could have saved her life. Had the doctors been proactive about it, we could have saved her lives, which did not happen. Your rheumatologist, your pulmonologist, your cardiologist, they will not tell you this. Your body starts telling you that, look, now is the time. Look for someone else. Take a second opinion. Right? Am I right, Ajit?
Absolutely. I mean, that's what I'm saying. These symptoms, and it's such a right example here, Rashmi. She's on 12-liter oxygen. I mean, first of all, you should not let the patient go up to 12-liter oxygen because उसके बाद उसके बाकी organs weak होना चालू हो जाते हैं, right? He's still telling her कि 4-5 साल. I mean, it's just ridiculous, right? And I'm not criticizing a doctor. I'm just saying he doesn't even have knowledge of that, as Rashmi said, right? So अगर ऐसा है तो एक transplant pulmonologist से opinion लेने में कोई वो नहीं है. And maybe Rashmi, you know what? We should talk to Global or someone, उनके transplant pulmo से, and we can do some, I don't know, talk or tie up so that our patients can.
अजीत नॉर्थ में ना है नहीं, ये जितने भी हैं ये आपके साउथ से एसोसिएटेड है, जितने भी आपके हैं नॉर्थ वगैरह में. द रीजन व्हाई आई थिंक इवन नीतू को लेट हो गया बिकॉज देयर इज नो ट्रांसप्लांट पल्मोनोलॉजिस्ट इन दैट particular zone of the country. It
No, what
starts
I'm
from
saying, we can
Hyderabad.
send them an email, right? We can have a discussion with them. Ki we have these patients come to us. Would you like to see them and give a preliminary opinion? Because end of the day, you will get the patient as a customer, right?
We are planning one with the ILD group. So they are going to get someone for this. We are planning first session already.
Correct. So listen to your body. Listen to your own self. Your body talks to you a lot. As I said, मेरे टाइम तो ना मुझे transplant के टाइम मुझे कोई education नहीं थी. We felt so alone, so lonely. There was no one to guide us. Now you have this wonderful forum, people who have gone through a lots of facets, and there's a lot of information here. So talk, ask questions, but please don't let the situation of transplant come. Start your pulmonary rehab, do the right things. I really, really, really request you, all of you, please sleep at 30-degree angle. I really request you. Take your antacid medicines, talk to your doctor. Every person is different. Somebody, an Nexium suits someone pantoprazole suits them. There are so many medications, right? Just talk to your doctor and get a right one, but please, be a bit proactive about yourself. आप ही हो अपने लिए. I'm telling you, I'm guarantee you कि आपके लाइफ पार्टनर भी जो स्पाउस हैं, किसी के हस्बैंड, किसी की वाइफ, उनको भी नहीं समझता है कि आप क्या हो रहा है आपके शरीर में. So आपकी कोई कितनी हेल्प कर लेगा, right? So मेरे साथ एक funny incident हुआ. So when I had this problem, right? मेरे लिए transplant बहुत easy था. ये जब हुए तो मुझे बहुत pain होता था. And my doctor said that this is equivalent to a labor pain, what a woman goes through at the time of delivery. And I had वो pain 24/7 for 9 months. So they used to give me very heavy painkillers like opioids, almost what you call them as drugs, ताकि वो calm हो pain. So my doctor हंसता था कि you take so much of painkiller, so much of painkiller. I said, sir, probably मैं शायद सबसे कम लेता हूँ, नहीं के बराबर में लेने की कोशिश करता हूँ, ठीक है. एक दिन मैं हॉस्पिटल गया तो मुझे नर्स बुलानी है, बोले वो बुला रहे हैं आपको. तो I saw my own doctor, Dr. Mehta, was sitting on a wheelchair. I got scared. I said, what happened, sir? He said, oh, I had a bypass surgery yesterday. So I said, sir, okay, please take rest. I'll come and see you when you are better. So I went to see him after 3 days. He was having pain. And he called the nurse in front of me saying, can you give me my pain medicine? I'm having a lot of pain. I smiled at him. So he looked at me and said, yes, I know. And now I know why you were taking those medications, but I still don't take as much as you are taking. I said, sir, now that please accept. But that day, till today, he never talked about me. He never said anything. He always gives me my medicines now. Because he went through the process. आपके हस्बैंड, आपके वाइफ, आपके बच्चे, आपके भाई, आपके बहन, वो लोग नहीं समझ पाते. इवन डॉक्टर्स भी नहीं समझ पाते. आई टोल्ड एक बार एक डॉक्टर को, आई सेड बॉस, यू रीड दीस थिंग्स इन बुक्स, आई लिव विद दैट एवरी डे, इट्स अ वेरी डिफरेंट थिंग. सो डॉक्टर्स की भी एक लिमिटेड अंडरस्टैंडिंग होती है. व्हाट इज इंपॉर्टेंट, आप अपने आप को समझें, अपने आप को समझें, खुश रहें. I know this is not a session for counseling, but accept yourself the way you are. Especially females get very, very sensitive about their looks and this and that. Don't. Love yourself, like yourself. Once you are happy, once you love yourself, your body will start healing. मुझे एक चीज बताइए, आपकी बॉडी कोई भी चीज कब हील हो सकती है? जब आप दुखी हैं, जब आप खुश हैं. When you are happy, when you're sad. I'm sure the obvious answer is happy. Try to be happy. You will be happy only when you accept yourself, when you listen to your body, when you listen to your own symptoms, right? So Chili, I won't, as I said, this is not a counseling session, but please, my request, go for pulmonary rehab, get strengthened, make your muscles strong, very important. Okay. And a lot of, females usually have this disease in 30s and 40s and 50s, when you have other complications, especially females have. And then on top of that, you have this complication. So if you won't remain, physically active, doing physio rehabs, and your problems will increase way more than a man. So especially for females, please go do your thing, do the exercises, do the rehabs, and listen to your own body. Okay, so I can talk 3 days on this subject, but I think at some point I need to pause and let you all ask questions freely, openly. This is a family, and families, we share things, right? हम शर्माते नहीं है फैमिली में, हम बात करते हैं. So tell me, let's talk. किसको क्या इश्यू है? शायद मैं आंसर नहीं दे पाऊँ, हो सकता है कोई और ग्रुप पे आंसर दे पाए. You know what? So let's talk. And if you want to ask questions, फिर मैं सबके नाम लेते हुए एक से बात करना चालू करूँगा. So choice is yours. Akansha, we can make it the tile form, every speaker.
Sure, I'll do that. So I'll ask the first question.
Sure.
I have heard this question from other people also. Can we do pulmonary rehab online rather than going to a clinic? Is it advisable, or is it worth it doing it at home via online consultation?
You can do it, but you will not be able to get the benefit of the equipments they have, right?
Okay.
The benefit of that one-on-one, when he sees you or he or she sees you, they check your pulse, they check your heart rate, they check your blood pressure, as Rashmi was explaining. And the question is, why you don't want to go? Like, is there a reason why you want to do online?
Some people find it difficult to go out, If I talk about myself, the center that I have looked for is like 7 kilometers. Now, 7 kilometers in Bangalore would mean 1 hour going, 1 hour coming back. That way I'm asking.
But can't you take any center which is nearby you?
I couldn't look it. I have to look it, right? But some people like it in the comfort of their house, right? So, I mean, if it's not beneficial, there's no point doing it at home, right? I
Absolutely.
rather go
It will
2 hours
not give
and
you,
whatever.
see, understand one thing, equipments are a must where rehabs are concerned, right? Otherwise, you can just do this and you'll say, "Arey, rehab ho gaya." It is not like that. Rehab ke liye you need proper equipments, proper monitoring for it to give you the benefit. It is as simple, if you're eating an apple and if you just have itna sa apple and you say, "Mujhe pure apple ka nutrition mil gaya," wo hota nahi hai. You have to eat the whole apple to get the whole apple ka nutrition. So, till the time at least your body does not start responding, it is very important to go to a center.
Right.
I will add one more thing, Akansh. अगर online करना तो free videos available है YouTube में. I'm sure बहुत available है. तो फिर पैसे भी क्यों खर्च करना?
Exactly.
I don't mean to cut you down. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying.
No, yeah.
No, but again, yahan pe again, I will give you Neetu's example. When COVID was on, right, and she had COVID, and she started doing a rehab program at home. For her, it was impossible to travel because of the obvious reasons. And and what she was doing in Chennai, she went to 4 liters of oxygen from 15. She had reached 15, and she went to 4 liters of oxygen. That is how she improved. You have to understand that part. And this was a physio who used to come home with his equipments and make her do physio at home. So this is the difference of doing it there and doing it, she couldn't go out for different reasons, but please do not take her example. But then in the end, she had a physio who came home. During COVID, obviously, we were not letting in people in, but today that's not the case. Go to centers and trust me, guys, it will be worth it. Worth it. 3 months down, जो आपको breathlessness होता है या आपको थकान लगती है because you're not being able to breathe properly, they will all start reducing.
I'll add also one more point. A very good point you said, Akansha, that a lot of people like to do it from comfort of their home, right? I don't think we have a disease where we can really think about comfort from home.
Yeah.
A person once saw my gymnastic video and I told him I ran half marathon. So he told me, "You're crazy." I said, "Probably you're right, but I have a crazy disease.
Yeah.
I can handle this damn disease only through craziness. I need to go and push myself and fight with this disease, saying, you bring this stiffness, you bring this vasoconstriction, the cold hands to me. I'm gonna run and throw more blood at you and warm myself up." As I said, a lot of people would think that this is a crazy way of thinking. But I think the crazy way of thinking can help me get better. I would. Right? And please, हाँ, ये मत सोचिए कि अरे घर से उधर कौन जाएगा. इनफैक्ट डू यू नो आकांक्षा, आप जब यहाँ से 1 घंटा ट्रैवल करके पहुंचेंगे तो 50 बार कार में ऐसा ऐसा होगा, कूदोगे. दैट इज एक्सरसाइज इन इटसेल्फ. उस बहाने यू विल एटलीस्ट वॉक व्हाट लाइक 100-200 स्टेप्स. अगर आप घर में होगे तो करोगे क्या? नहीं. हमारे लिए स्क्लेरोडर्मा के डिजीज में ऐसा ही, आपको हमेशा फिजिकली एक्टिव रहना है, कुछ मूव करना है, वॉक करना है, ये करना है. वो अगर इस बहाने वो भी हो जाएगा थोड़ा एक्स्ट्रा. सो आई नो हमारा, दिस इज अ वेरी फनी, अगेन आई वाज टॉकिंग टू समवन, आई टोल्ड यू ना सेम थिंग. ये डिजीज आपको एक्सरसाइज नहीं करने देता है. यू जस्ट फील सो स्टिफ, यू फील सो बैड, राइट? बट इस डिजीज को बीट करने का तरीका ही एक्सरसाइज है. It's catch 22. So the disease doesn't allow you. You have to go above your mind. It's mind over matter. And say, no, you know what? I'm gonna attack you. I'm gonna come above this stiffness and I'm going to walk. I was tired. I told you after this travel I came. I landed yesterday. My parents live on 9th floor. I came through stairs. I was tired. I was grossly tired. But at some point in time, I had to go above my mind. It's your mind which tells you you're tired. If you go above it, you will rise above it. Again. So I hope we answered your thing, Akansha.
Definitely, Ajit. Got that.
Yes. So next. Udhirji, come on, you have to ask some question.
सर मेरे साथ भी बहुत बार ऐसा डॉक्टर एक्सपीरियंस हुआ है सर। और पल्मोनोलॉजिस्ट क्या बोलता है, तुम्हारा हो गया, टाइम हो गया, इतना हो गया बोलता है। पहले बहुत बार बोल रहा था। मैं जब उसका मेरा मेरा डेली रूटीन शेयर करता हूँ ना, मेरा डे स्टार्ट होता है 3 o'clock सुबह में, रात को 10:30 को स्लीप करता हूँ। मैं सिविल लाइन, मैकेनिकल लाइन, इंजीनियरिंग लाइन, टेक्निकल लाइन, पूरा मेरा ऑलराउंड वर्क है मेरा। मैं पूरा ऑलराउंड साइट इंटीरियर्स वर्क चलता है मेरा। क्या होता है कि डस्ट एलर्जी की वजह से थोड़ा ब्रीथिंग प्रॉब्लम रहता है, उतना ही। पूरा मेरा डेली रूटीन वैसा रहता है। वो बोलते रहता है, 3-4 बार बोल रहा था। अभी मेरा डेली रूटीन बोल दिया ना एक बार उसको, अभी नहीं बोलता है। वो जाने के बाद वो उठ के खड़ा होके मेरे को नमस्कार करता है, तेरा जैसा पेशेंट नहीं देखा करके।
वेरी गुड। देखो सर, आपका स्ट्रेंथ है, मेंटल स्ट्रेंथ, एंड यू आर गोइंग अबव इट, सो दैट्स व्हाई you're I can see you're decently fit. But did he give you any inhaler?
इन्हें है वो रोटोकैप्स दिया है सर, और फॉर्मनाइट फोर्ट दिया है, और डिओलिन दिया है, डिओलिन रोटोकैप्स।
But I don't know, but I don't understand this medicine. But usually some of these inhalers जो आपको dust वस्ट से problem है उसमें help करते हैं, तो you can talk to him, you know. But this is a very good point you made. Okay.
और रोमाटो अभी ये दिखा रहा हूँ ना, स्किलाडर्मा, वो डॉक्टर भी उतना ही है। पहले बहुत नेग्लेक्ट कर रहा था, तो तुम्हारा खत्म हो गया उतना ही करके बोल रहा था। अभी वो भी वैसा ही हो गया। मैं जाने के बाद वो सभी को दिखाता है अभी, दूसरा पेशेंट्स को। मेरा ये बहुत एनर्जी इसका है करके उसको मोटिवेशन देता है दूसरा पेशेंट्स को सभी।
But see, sir, because so look at guys, Sudhir ji is so physically active, right? His day is full of activities, like a physical packed with physical activities. So you can see him right in front of you. Although the doctor thinks his lungs are pretty much in a deteriorated situation, but he's sitting here and talking. This is exactly, so he's doing a natural pulmonary rehab, right? वो by default आपका वो exercise movements हो रहा है।
वो स्किन सभी ब्लैक हो गया था, पूरा मेरा पूरा कंप्रेस हो गया था। पूरा नेचुरल ऐसे ही फिजिकल इसी में, नेचुरल इसी में पूरा रेडी हो गया सर अभी। डॉक्टर बोला कुछ भी नहीं होता करके, सभी नेचुरल फूड्स खाता हूँ। अभी ओमेगा 3 रेगुलर इंटेक लेता हूँ, ओमेगा 3 लेता हूँ, मल्टीविटामिन लेता हूँ, रेगुलर लेता हूँ। उसी फिजिकल एक्टिविटी कंटिन्यू रहता है सर।
This is awesome, sir. Physical activity, please continue. And
फिजिकल और स्पिरिचुअल में भी हूँ सर मैं, फिजिकल भी स्पिरिचुअल। सुबह मेरा 5:30 to 7 मेरा भगवत गीता क्लास चलता है।
Very good.
ISKCON का।
Mental health is important, sir. So
और बाद में ड्यूटी जाता हूँ, फिर ड्यूटी खत्म करके रात को 8 बजे से 9 बजे बच्चा लोग को और बूढ़ा लोग को और फिर भगवत गीता क्लास सिखाता हूँ। सभी एज का उन लोग को फ्री ऑनलाइन क्लास ISKCON का वजह से, ISKCON से साइड से सिखाता हूँ।
So the spirituality helps you, you're relaxing you mentally, right? It helps towards your mental health. So see, Sudhir ji is doing all right things. Sir, हम जो बोल रहे हैं वो he's doing the same thing just in different words, and you are seeing, all of you can see right in front of you. He's pretty decently healthy. Thank you for sharing your experience with this. I really appreciate what you're saying. It's super.
Akanksha, I'm unable to admit Mona. I tried couple of times.
Mona isn't showing up for me.
I can see her, but unable to admit her. Actually, I don't know what's wrong.
उसके कनेक्शन में I think issue है.
Have admitted her.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Sapna Dongre ji, you have any questions?
I specifically, I don't have any questions, but recently I came to know that I have mild sclerosis in the lungs. So is this the time to start pulmonary rehabilitation? Because I don't have any breathing issues, and physically I am normal. I don't have any issues with breathing, but little bit of fatigue if I work for a long stretch. So otherwise I'm really fine. So is this a time to start pulmonary rehabilitation, or should I postpone it? Can I postpone it? That is my question.
This is exactly your case as mine. And initially, they told me I have scleroderma. I'm nothing. I had very little impact in my lungs, very little. But then I kept doing exercise. I told you I used to go to gym. I used to, to run on the treadmill, and that kept me healthy for 15 years till the time that medicine was stopped. So because you are at such an early stage, I would say, in fact, for you, you can save your lungs. You can save this whole situation of transplant. Go for rehab at least few sessions and learn what kind of exercises are important for lungs, right? हर एक्सरसाइज लंग के लिए अच्छी नहीं है ना, जरूरी नहीं हमें उस पे इम्पैक्ट करे. सो दे विल टीच यू दैट एंड देन यू कंटिन्यू ऑन योर ओन. I did that. So, but yes, if you are at that stage where you are, do as much cardio as you can, treadmill, running, go to rehab sessions, learn from them क्या सही है क्या नहीं है, and your lungs should be fine. Your lungs should be fine.
Thanks a lot.
Problem. Okay, who else?
हेलो
Yes, sir.
सर, मैं ILD पेशेंट हूँ. मुझे जो प्रॉब्लम है, मैं नाइट में ऑक्सीजन लेता हूँ 1 लीटर एवरी नाइट.
कितना
ओके,
1 लीटर?
1 लीटर पर नाइट. मॉर्निंग में मेरा ऑक्सीजन 91-92 रहता है नॉर्मली, बैठने के वक्त, रेस्ट के वक्त. लेकिन जब मैं वॉक करता हूँ, मूवमेंट करता हूँ, तो मेरा 85-82 पे आ जाता है. ठीक है. जब मैं शॉवल करता हूँ तो मेरा ऑक्सीजन 90 पे आ जाता है. फिर मैं ऑक्सीजन लगा लेता हूँ, फिर वो नॉर्मल हो जाता है. अभी मैं मेडिसिन वगैरह ले रहा हूँ, डॉक्टर के एडवाइस में हूँ. तो क्या मुझे ट्रांसप्लांट की तरफ जाना चाहिए क्या?
I would say, sir, अभी it's early, right? As I told you, आप 3 मिनट वॉक कर पाते हैं बिना ऑक्सीजन की जरूरत.
हाँ जी, कर लेता हूँ.
एंड आप नहा पा रहे हैं, ठीक है, थोड़ा सैचुरेशन डाउन हो रहा है, बट नहा पा. जल पे सिचुएशन का वजह ऐसा होता है क्या?
ऐसा नहीं होता, नॉर्मल रहता है.
आपका तो अभी काफी अर्ली है, तो डॉक्टर कैन हेल्प यू. आप मेडिसिन पे फोकस कीजिए रादर. आप एंगल पे सोते हैं? आपका बेड 30 डिग्री एंगल पे है?
नहीं सर, मैं 1 पिलो लगाता हूँ और लेफ्ट साइड ज्यादा स्लिप करता हूँ.
उससे कुछ नहीं
अच्छा.
होता. आई नो लेफ्ट साइड, वो सब थ्योरीज मुझे समझती हैं.
अच्छा.
आप अपने बेड के सिरहाने के साइड 2-2 ईंट रख दीजिए.
अच्छा.
तो लंग होपफुली इंप्रूव होना शुरू हो जाएगा. और एसिडिटी की मेडिसिन लेते हैं आप?
जी हाँ, लेता हूँ गैस की दवा मॉर्निंग में.
वो भी यूजुअली हमारे जैसे पेशेंट्स को 2 बार लगती है, तो अपने डॉक्टर से बात कीजिए सुबह शाम के लिए.
डॉक्टर ने कहा है 1 टाइम मॉर्निंग में ले लो.
ठीक है. एंड रात को सोने के पहले आप 3 घंटे पहले खाना खाते हैं?
हाँ, 2 आवर बिफोर मैं डिनर कर लेता हूँ.
डोंट. बट आप नॉनवेज खाते होंगे, राइट वसीम साहब?
मैं ज्यादा वेजिटेबल, समटाइम चिकन इस्तेमाल करता हूँ.
So the theory is 2 hours is for vegetarians.
अच्छा.
Non-veg it is 3 hours. Again, यहाँ ये सिखाते नहीं. I don't know why.
अच्छा.
I would suggest कि स्पेशली जिस दिन आप नॉनवेज खाते हैं, टेक अ विटामिन सी की गोली. उसके बाद वो लिम्सी विम्सी नहीं आती है, लिम्सी.
अच्छा, विटामिन डी खा रहे.
विटामिन सी. विटामिन
अच्छा,
डी,
विटामिन सी लेना.
सी.
लिम्सी.
ओके.
लिम्सी अभी
ओके.
क्यों वो खाते हैं हम, आपको मालूम? क्योंकि
हाँ.
लिम्सी इज एस्कॉर्बिक एसिड. उसका जो केमिकल फॉर्मूला है एस्कॉर्बिक एसिड है. इट्स
जी
एसिड.
जी.
क्योंकि आप
जी.
एसिडिटी की गोली लेते हैं तो आपके स्टमक में उतना एसिड नहीं आता है.
हाँ.
एसिड नहीं आएगा, नॉनवेज डाइजेस्ट नहीं होगा, तो 3 घंटे में भी नीचे नहीं जाएगा.
अच्छा.
आप समझे?
ठीक ठीक है.
तो इफ यू टेक वन, उसके और वो बहुत मीठी होती है. इट्स वेरी चटपटी सी गोली, लिम्सी.
विटामिन सी लेना है एवरी डे.
जिस दिन आप नॉनवेज खाओ उस दिन
अच्छा, नॉनवेज जिस दिन खाना उस दिन.
इसको डाइजेस्ट करना. तो उससे ना वो
ठीक
आपका
है.
स्टमक एम्प्टिंग जल्दी होगी. और वो
ओके.
एकदम चटपटी सी गोली. वैसे भी विटामिन सी अच्छी होती है सबके लिए, तो टेक दैट.
अच्छा. ठीक है डॉक्टर.
3 घंटे नहीं सोना है आप. जस्ट डेंजरस 3 घंटे सोना.
अच्छा.
ओके.
ओके, थैंक यू.
Who else?
Hello, sir. Good evening. Sudha here.
Good evening, Sudha ji.
Yeah, sir. I have a question regarding PFT. So, my doctor asked me to go for it, and it was showing around 63 to 65%. And the doctor told it is normal. And yeah, should we consider it to go for rehabs or how it is?
आपका भी क्वेश्चन बिल्कुल अभी किसी ने सवाल पूछा था ना, सेम उनके जैसा है। अगर
हाँ
आपको
वसीम, मैंने सवाल किया। जी जी।
हाँ जी, तो स्क्लेरोडर्मा में क्या होता है ना सुधा जी, आपको हमेशा एक्सरसाइज करनी है।
Mhm.
आपको लंग, अब आप जैसे
Ajit, she understands only English.
oh,
Just,
you're listening, sorry Sudha ji. Okay, so you have to always exercise, Sudha ji. You should go to rehab, couple of sessions, learn from them and continue those exercises all through your life. I used to do exercises, and that's how I delayed this whole thing. Nothing happened to my lung for 15 years because I used to do exercises. And I'm telling you the true story. Like, it's not that I'm telling you somebody else who did it. It's happened in my case.
Okay.
Okay. And that also one of the reason why, although I had heart attack, this, that, I still survived. Probably my muscles and all were strong. They were helping me in the hospital like that. So all scleroderma patient, it's a must. Yeah, pulmonary rehab कीजिए, exercise कीजिए, जो करना कीजिए, but हफ्ते में like 3 times in a week, at least 1 hour, you have to give it to yourself. Go and do exercise. Now, some pulmonary rehab, why we are saying, because that's a specialized exercise for lungs. Okay, those who have impacted lungs, they need to focus on that more. But if you do not have a lung issue, Sudhaji, you need to focus on your whole body. If you exercise, your skin will remain always nice. You know, your fingers will always have more blood coming in. Raynaud's won't show up, right? You know, your hands won't get cold. You know, try all of you. If you run like a kilometer or two on treadmill in the morning, you will see your hands will remain warm whole day. Right? I mean, that's what happens. So for scleroderma patient, it's a must to keep doing exercise thrice a week. No excuses. Yeah, तो
Okay.
Sudhir, you should, otherwise like Sudhir, you keep working whole day. Do this.
Yeah.
exercise is also a very good therapy, guys. Understand one thing. The more you exercise, it is also the me time that you have to yourself, and it is something which will keep you fresh. It will keep your blood circulation going. You will require less medicines comparatively. So exercising in any shape and form, the reason, even in the past, we have really emphasized that, आप घर बैठ के, आप chair पे बैठ के, we've done sessions on those. But somehow, we don't get that feedback when we talk to people, ki, yes, oh, they always have a reason of not exercising. But somewhere you will pay that price with medicines or with therapy in the future. What you're not investing today, you will definitely not get rewards for it tomorrow.
Okay,
I want to
got
give
it.
you one. Sorry, go ahead, Sudhaji. You're saying something.
Yeah, got it. Thanks for the information. It was like confusion. So because we don't have that pulmonary issue right now, but yeah, according to the researches and the information what we are getting, we have to start it these rehabs now so that we won't be getting that in the later future.
But Sudhaji, if you don't have pulmonary rehab, go for exercise. Go to gym,
Mm.
exercise, do yoga.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Yoga, the only challenge with yoga is like it's more of a stretching thing, right? But
Yes.
for scleroderma, we need more blood to be running in our body, right?
But there are different forms of yoga, Ajit. And
Correct, correct.
India practices a lot of form of yoga. Even, you have yoga sessions where you are technically sweating for the whole hour, right? They have different flows, what they teach you.
But trust
So,
me, they may not be available everywhere, no. But for
yeah,
sure,
but
everybody will
yeah,
run.
I know, but I mean, we can always try. If like that is what we just want to do, then there are different forms of yoga.
Correct. So please do that, and that will help you. That will help you. Okay. What
Okay.
else? Next question. No more questions, Shalini?
No, nothing at present, Ajit.
Wow. Okay. Who else? Shalini, Shelly, Mohini, Prachi, Mona. No questions? I thought Ashwini was saying something that time. Ashwini, you unmuted yourself and then you again remuted.
No, nothing.
All right, then if we don't have questions.
I have one last question, Ajit.
Yes.
You spoke about sleeping at 30 degrees, right? Could you elaborate on that?
Yes. So, Akansha, we had that session on how stomach and all. So let me explain you. So our stomach, let's see the spoon, right? When you're sleeping, it's like this. Your esophagus is here. Okay. Your trachea is here. And this is your stomach here. Right? So what happens with scleroderma over years? The wall on the stomach, there's a wall on the stomach called splinter. It's a muscle. It tightens like this, right? And when you eat, it opens and the food goes down in your stomach, and it closes. Over years, because of scleroderma, and you might have heard CREST syndrome. It's a very common thing in scleroderma people. This wall becomes weak. So it's a drop starts leaking from this. So when you're sleeping, and especially in your round tummy here, like everybody has, right, over years, especially when you're taking steroids, we all start putting a lot of weight on our tummies, right? When you start putting that drop that with the tummy pressure, it starts coming here. That's exactly where somebody was saying they sleep on the left side. When you the stomach is like this. When you sleep on the left side, it doesn't put pressure. But eventually you are gonna shake up in your sleep, right? You're gonna move. So all you need is few drops leaking out here. And when they leak out here, and when you're taking air in, breathing, this goes down in your lungs. And over weeks, months, and all, every of that drop which has bile juice or acid, it destroys that much tissue of lung. So even if it is like a micro droplet, it will go and destroy the micro level tissue of your stomach, of your lungs. And बोलते हैं ना क्या बूंद बूंद से सागर बनते हैं, तो slowly your lung will start getting compromised. You will start seeing in your CT scans a little white dots here, there. When you see those, right? So when you sleep on 30 degree, right, how this drop will go up. Even though you have a leaking wall, the water will remain down. The gravity will work on food and keep it down. So all we are doing is keeping the gravity down. So did it make sense to you?
Ajit, it did.
Yeah. So आप कुछ भी कर लो, scleroderma is going to affect that wall.
Yeah. So because I have esophagus dilation, right? So I've been told that it goes into my lungs. And as somebody had said that they sleep on the left side, I've been doing that for years, that I sleep on the left. Because the moment I sleep on the right side, I can't sleep.
But you sleep flat.
Yeah, I sleep flat.
Really, although you have good intentions, but probably it is saving you 20%, nothing much. Till the time you don't give it an angle, it's not gonna work.
And so basically raising the head side by 2 breaks is what?
आपका जो साइड का हेडबोर्ड है उसके नीचे दो ईंट रखनी है. एंड आई एम टेलिंग यू अनदर थिंग, क्या होगा ना कंशा, शुरू के एक हफ्ता डिस्कम्फर्ट होगा एंगल के स्टोनिंग में, लाइक दिस दैट, ये क्या है, सब होगा, everything will happen. Human body, imagine now, whatever is your age, your mind has been conditioned so many years to sleep like this. So you need to give it some time for your mind to accept this. Again, you have to go above your mind here. Okay?
Yeah.
But once you are set, like I can't sleep flat. You know, it's funny. अगर मैं नीचे सोता हूँ, मैं उड़ जाता हूँ डर के. I can't. Because psychologically, my angle sleeping is so much. I mean, I just can't. मैं कभी होटल्स में था, अभी तो मैं 8 पिल्लो मंगा के पूरा एंगल बनाता हूँ, 8 पिल्लोस. एक पिल्लो से कुछ नहीं होता है. I first put 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, and sleep like a business class seat. That's exactly so. In fact, good point you brought. Please sleep like that. And we had that session, see that video, and eventually talk to your doctor about partial fundoplication. Okay. If you are young and your lungs are still not affected, you immediately should get that surgery done. Let your doctors recommend it to you.
So which surgery did you mention? Partial
fundoplication. Okay. So what happens? Your valve is weak, right?
Right.
And there's a dysmotility. तो प्रॉब्लम क्या होता है? व्हाट इज फंडोप्लाइकेशन? तो ये एसिडिटी का प्रॉब्लम बहुत लोगों को होता है ना, सुना होगा आपने. तो व्हाट दे डू फंडोप्लाइकेशन. उसमें क्या होता है? लिटिल जो व्हाट हेयर बैंड यू वेयर इन योर चोटी, राइट? Yeah, right. Something like that. They put it here and they tie it off, elastic. So when you're eating food, the food comes from esophagus, and esophagus comes and pushes the food down. So the wall, because there is elastic here, rubber, wall तो बंद हो गया, लीकेज बंद हो गया, और esophagus से पुश करते करते वो नीचे आ जाता है खाना. पर स्क्लेरोडर्मा में ये esophagus ही खराब हो जाता है, तो पुश कैसे होगा ना नीचे?
नहीं होता है.
नहीं होता है पुश, तो आप तो कर नहीं सकते हो सर्जरी. बट व्हेन यू डू पार्शियल फंडोप्लाइकेशन, दे डोंट पुट अ रबर बैंड. तो आपका स्टमक साइड से उठा के इसके उधर बांध के और स्टिच मार देते. इट इज पार्शियल. तो सिंस इट इज योर ओन स्टमक एंड नेचुरली व्हेन यू आर ईटिंग आप हिल-डुल रहे हो, तो सामान नीचे, खाना नीचे चला जाता है. सो दे डिड दैट टू मी आल्सो. अदरवाइज आई कांट सर्वाइव, नहीं तो मेरा नया लंग भी खराब हो जाएगा. So that partial fundoplication coupled with 30-degree angle and antacid medicines and eating right, not sleeping 3 hours and blah, blah, blah is keeping me fit.
Right.
So you are young, talk to your doc. Please, from today onwards, you promise me you're sleeping at 30-degree.
Done deal.
You are young, you have a whole life ahead of you. And as Rashmi was telling you, saying that, is it that everybody will have transplant? No, you can avoid it. Especially you can avoid it. And since you have been having this, I want you to start exercising and eventually start running. The more you run on lung, on treadmill, you'll do this. The lung is a balloon. जितना उसको खींचोगे उतना expand होता है. So you'll do that, your lung health will become much better. And you have no option. You have to do this. You want to live a healthy life?
You have to do it.
You have to do it. And not the right session, but partial fundoplication is what you should talk to your doc.
Sure.
Or we'll talk separately. I'll explain. Okay, I know. Sorry, I'm very professor style, so I always like to give you a detailed answer. And I am a professor also in US, so okay.
No, it was very helpful, Ajit. Thank you so much.
No problem, Akash.
Hello.
Hanji.
Ajit, Mona here.
Hello, Mona ji.
Yeah, my doctor is suggesting for partial fundoplication. So I wanted to know that what are the side effects of that? I mean,
Nothing.
After the operation, what problems facing?
Nothing.
कुछ भी नहीं.
क्या है ना मोना जी, what happens initially, suppose you're this hole, the खाना जहाँ से जाता है, that was very broad. Now that will be a little narrow. The first month you will feel little odd, but that's it. Another problem happens is if you drink carbonated drinks, Pepsi, Coke, bubbles, like basically the bubbly drink. So the bubbles will start creeping up. I don't drink. Anyways, I never used to drink carbonated drinks. But that's apart from that, I eat everything.
I read that belching वगैरह will got. I mean वो बंद ही हो जाता है बिल्कुल.
बंद हो जाएगा belching. Which is good, no?
तो नहीं, like it gives a kind of full हो गया stomach, उसका एक feeling आता है ना. So if that misses out, I mean when you burp or something, burping is not there, I believe.
So you know why we burp, especially scleroderma people? So think of this as a normal stomach. Over period, the acid comes here. It has damaged this portion right above your stomach, right here. Right? इधर यहाँ तो दर्द होता है, irritation होता है, यहाँ अजीब सा लगता है. When you are doing this burping, right? Sorry for this thing, but तो आप क्या कर रहे हो? हवा, you're throwing that air to massage that part. जब उसको मसाज होती है ना उस पार्ट में हवा की, तो यू फील गुड. अच्छा दर्द कम हुआ. जैसे हमको दर्द है तो हम बोलते हैं ना पैर दबा दो हाथ. Like that. What you're doing is that once this fundoplication is done, that will anyways get healed. You wouldn't need to do that.
So that doesn't cause any uneasiness.
I'm in front of you. It doesn't. And I mean, I know we have another.
After eating food or anything, that doesn't cause any uneasiness or something.
In fact, थोड़ा सा उससे the stomach size reduces because of that. So you will eat less.
That will be there.
The weight. So that's how it works.
Okay, no other side effects as such or any symptoms. उसके बाद भी कुछ special medicines लेनी पड़ी थी for the healing of stomach, ऐसा कुछ?
Antacids, you will be on antacid for whole life. PPI, whatever you pantoprazole, esomeprazole, फलाना
That
पड़ेगा.
will continue, na? Nothing will be stopped.
Life will become much better, Mona ji. You can eat, you will be able to eat lot many types of things. क्योंकि अभी क्या होता है ना, acidity की वजह से you might not be eating this, that, and once that surgery is done, then it's actually better.
Okay, because I'm getting bit apprehensive with kind of
हाँ जी.
major surgery. Just I'm getting bit apprehensive about it. So after reading also on net that ये होता है वो होता है, तो
Why do you
I thought
read?
first hand
Google
information
is
ले
the
लूँ
worst
आपसे.
enemy, Mona. We keep on, telling that in the group. Google is your worst enemy that you can have. Please do not Google anything.
Why are
Like,
you going to
नहीं,
Google?
I'm not. I don't take everything that I read into
but Mona, you have
consideration.
the best doctor. She's Dr. Kaushik's patient. You have the best doctor with you.
I mean,
Why do you need Google?
I'm
Why
so
do you need
grateful
Google?
to Dr. Kaushik that he's recommended you this surgery. Please, all of you, everybody, all scleroderma patients need that. And it's a 30-minute surgery, मैम. आपको मालूम भी नहीं पड़ेगा. Same day discharge होता है यूएस में. तो सुबह जाएंगे, दोपहर को सर्जरी, शाम को घर. यहाँ 1-2 दिन रखते हैं वो लोग for whatever reasons. यहाँ इन्फेक्शन ज्यादा है तो इस वजह से they keep you in hospital for next day.
Is it what laparoscopic surgery?
Oh yeah, it's a laparoscopic. 3 ट्यूब डालते हैं. It's a 30-minute surgery. Literally.
Okay.
It's laparoscopic. Cut भी नहीं होगा, just a small prong.
Dots will be there. Okay.
You should do it. If he is recommending you, please do it tomorrow morning, I would say.
That will take time. He will tell me when to do it. But he has been recommending because esophagus का बहुत issue हो रहा है for me, like acid reflux, and that is causing a lot of issues.
If you won't do this, it will eventually damage your lungs. That's what happened.
What even.
Nobody
Yeah.
recommended me that surgery. In fact, in US, they told me, had you got the surgery done, your lung would have got saved.
Okay. Thank you so much.
No problem, Mona ji. Keep us in your blessings and prayers.
You too, please.
Mona, but you should have a one-on-one conversation with Ajit. He will really help you out in a lot of things. You should talk to him.
Okay.
Right now, he's in India, so you can catch him on Indian time.
Okay.
For a change, my time is also 6:20 p.m. Otherwise, I'm like in the morning, they're half asleep.
So, before he
Yeah,
flies
even I
away.
was wondering how is it there at 5 p.m. today. I was wondering
But
5 बजे
Ajit
उठ
has
के
been
बैठे
kind enough
होंगे क्या?
to do that in the past for us. It's not like that. He's just exaggerating. He's done that
Yes,
for us
I
in the
know that.
past.
Rashmi, you keep me awake whole night. I have no problem. But waking up at 5 or 6, it's like murdering me. It's like that.
But seriously, Mona, talk to him. No jokes. Talk to him. I think he
Anytime.
can really help you out. She has a lot of acid issues, Ajit, and it is due to various reasons. She eats very late dinner. She sleeps at very odd times. So, she needs to really talk to you once.
Probably doctor was not able to convince Mona जी, इसलिए उसने बोला होगा सर्जरी कर देते हैं, फिर ठीक है जो करें बैठ के. I'm telling you.
Even I want to lead a normal life, but okay, when we'll talk, I'll let you know all my details. Maybe you'll be able to help me out.
Absolutely, anytime. And please, all of you, don't read Google. Google doesn't deal with scleroderma. Do you know? Only few hospitals in the world deal with scleroderma patients.
Absolutely.
Very few. So in US also, there are only 4 hospitals which do transplants for scleroderma patients. Like US being a country, only 4 hospitals. So it's a very specialized subject which Google. अगर Google ही सब कुछ होता तो फिर doctors, hospitals तो useless थे ना. Just doesn't work that way.
It's just a general idea that obviously I
ना
don't
कुछ
follow
जनरल
Google
आइडिया
blindly.
नहीं जनरल आइडिया भी नहीं मिलता बिकॉज इतना मिसलीडिंग इंफॉर्मेशन होता है ना जो आपको बहुत डरा देता है और इट्स लाइक यू हैव नॉट जंप्ड इनटू अ होल बट यू फील दैट you're inside the hole. So
Google is like a life partner, like the spouse. When too much information, the spouse. The only effect of that is a headache, nothing else.
Absolutely.
I'm saying that's why I use the word spouse. I'm not saying BV. Spouse.
No, but I was talking to somebody the other day. I got a call on the helpline, and that person says, I have 15 years to live, and I asked him, who told you this? That he said, बोले गूगल में लिखा है कि 15 साल के ऊपर कोई जीता नहीं है. मैंने कहा यार हमारे पास पेशेंट्स है जिनको 50 साल से. Lata's not here. I think she's logged off. Lata has it since 46, 47 years, right? So Google tells you this, कि scleroderma patients don't live beyond 15 years, wherein that is not the case. मुझे ही 14 साल हो गए. Ajit, how many years? 26 years?
I mean, it was detected at 17, so yeah, 26.
Yeah, so 26
Transplant को
years.
6 साल हो गए मेरे.
So please do not, that is the reason why we always say do not Google your symptoms, do not Google what your doctors, ask your doctor the questions that you want to ask. Don't come and Google them at home. It will really not help you.
See, this organization, Scleroderma India, should be your Google. Call, reach out, group. And I've seen people are active on group. Once you put something on the group, people respond, right? It's
Absolutely.
such a family. Okay, who else? Who else has questions? Swati, Shelly.
हेलो.
हाँ जी, वसीम
हाँ
जी.
जी, इसकी सर एक क्वेश्चन और करना था आपसे. क्या मैं वो ऑर्थोपेडिक बेड इस्तेमाल कर सकता हूँ क्या? बेड वेज, ऑर्थोपेडिक बेड वेज.
Wedges, pillow wedge.
वो भी कीजिए. ओके, वेरी गुड पॉइंट. मैं भी वेज यूज करता हूँ जब मैं ट्रैवल करता हूँ, बट प्रॉब्लम क्या होता है ना, आपकी बॉडी ऐसी चीज है, राइट? जब आप सोते भी तो सबकॉन्शियसली वो अपना जो ओरिजिनल चीज है वो ढूंढती है.
अच्छा.
बेंच पे सोओगे, वो 1-1.5 घंटे बाद नींद में स्लाइड हो के आप नीचे आ जाओगे.
हाँ हाँ.
व्हेन यू आर ट्रैवलिंग डू इट. अभी उस समय तो कोई चॉइस ही नहीं है, राइट? बट अगर आपके सरहाना ऊपर है ईंट से,
जी जी,
और अगर आप ईंट, किसी के बेड्स फिक्स्ड होते हैं ना, सरहाना ऊपर नहीं कर सकते, तो आप एक प्लाईवुड का ऐसा ट्रायंगल वो बनवा के अपने गद्दे के नीचे डाल दीजिए.
अच्छा.
तो गारंटीड है कि आपकी बॉडी कुछ कर ही नहीं सकती है ना, आप एंगल पे. सो वेज इज अ वेरी गुड थिंग, वेरी वेरी गुड थिंग. बट अगर आप ये कर सकते हो, so we are talking about, what is the best is the complete angle. Good is wedge, rest all is useless. तकिया लगाना, ये करना, it doesn't work.
अच्छा, ठीक है.
That's the answer to your question. तो मैं जब ट्रैवल करता हूँ अपने साथ वेज लेके जाता हूँ, क्योंकि वहां आप थोड़ी बेड, मैं होटल में आके किसी को एंगल करवा सकता हूँ, राइट?
और पिलो, 1 पिलो यूज कर सकता हूँ ना, 2 पिलो इस्तेमाल नहीं करना.
आप 5 पिलो इस्तेमाल करो, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है.
अच्छा.
आप एंगल पे, उसके बाद आप 5 करो, 10 करो, डजंट मैटर.
अच्छा, ओके, बस थैंक यू.
आप ये समझिए कि आपको ये दिख रहा है, ये आप ऐसे सोचते हैं तो ऐसे.
जी, हाँ हाँ, यस.
अब आप अपना दिमाग लगा लीजिए, ये ऐसे आप कैसे होंगे रात को. दैट्स व्हाट यू हैव टू थिंक. ऑलराइट,
ठीक है सर, थैंक यू.
वेलकम.
Any more questions, guys?
Swati, you have any question? You are mute.
Hello, sir.
Hi, Swati.
Actually, I want to ask कि I have ILD since 2018. तो अभी मेरे को MMF पे डाला था. Then they have shifted me to azathioprine. So मेरा क्वेश्चन है कि क्या ये प्रोग्रेसिंग ही है ILD, एंड क्या मैं राइट मेडिकेशंस पे हूँ, बिकॉज मेरे को पल्मोनेक्स और ये सब कुछ नहीं दिया गया साथ में. तो अभी क्या करना चाहिए, बिकॉज मेरे को ये समझ नहीं आ रहा कि ये प्रोग्रेसिंग ही है या फिर ऐसा ही है कि 5 years तक ही लंग्स चलेंगे. क्या ये मिथ है या फिर?
Okay, so nobody knows the answer whether it is progressive or not. You keep doing your best. As we said, do pulmonary rehab. Are you on oxygen?
No, not yet.
And you still have a great chance to save your lung. Okay, go rehab, go to pulmonary rehab, go to gym, do whatever you can physically. मैंने आपको भी कहा ना, आपकी बॉडी अलाउ नहीं करेगी, स्टिफ हो जाएगी, ये होगी, दर्द होगा.
ये स्टिफ हो गई है, मतलब लेग्स, मेरे काफ मसल्स इतने ज्यादा स्टिफ हैं अभी इस वक्त कि आई कैन नॉट इवन टच, ऐसे भी कर नहीं पाती मैं उनको, मतलब आई कैन नॉट इवन पिंच देम, इतना हो गया है.
सो एक्सरसाइज, वॉक करो, ब्रिस्क वॉक. ओके, अगर आपको पेन है,
यस सर,
टेक अ पेन किलर एंड वॉक. टेक अ क्रोसिन पेन रिलीफ, टेक अ डोलो. बट डोंट से कि अरे पेन है तो मैं वॉक नहीं करूंगी. दैट डजंट हेल्प.
बट सर ट्रेडमिल पे जैसे हम वॉक करते हैं तो ऐसा नहीं है कि उसमें लंग्स पे प्रेशर ज्यादा पड़ेगा या हार्ट पे ज्यादा प्रेशर पड़ेगा, बिकॉज ये भी केसेस मैंने सुने कि हार्ट पे ज्यादा प्रेशर पड़ता है.
आपका सैचुरेशन कम हो रहा है 80 85 से.
80 नहीं सर.
90 से कम हो रहा है सैचुरेशन?
नहीं 90 प्लस है।
हार्ट पे प्रेशर क्यों आएगा? यू नो व्हाट हार्ट डज? सो दिमाग हार्ट को सिग्नल भेजता है कि शरीर में इतना ऑक्सीजन चाहिए, तो हार्ट पंप करता है, ठीक है? अगर 90 के नीचे ऑक्सीजन गई तो दिमाग हार्ट को बोलता है और जल्दी करो, ऑक्सीजन देनी है बॉडी को, तो वो प्रेशर आता है, लाइक द हार्ट स्टार्ट्स पंपिंग वेरी हार्ड, राइट? यू कैन सी योर थिंग टक 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 व्हेन वी रन, व्हेन वी डू, राइट? इज दैट हैपनिंग विथ यू?
आई गेस जब रनिंग कर लेती हूँ तो थोड़ा सा मेरे को धक 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 एंड ऑल दैट होता है, बट
रनिंग सबको भी होता है ना?
वॉकिंग में नहीं होता, बट रनिंग में होता है, लाइक
देन देयर इज नो प्रेशर ऑन योर हार्ट। ये मिथ है। डोंट रीड ऑल दिस स्टूपिड गूगल आर्टिकल्स।
ओके
सर मेरा एक एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करता हूँ सर।
यस यस प्लीज।
पल्मोलॉजी डॉक्टर के साथ मेरा एक प्रोजेक्ट चल रहा था, इधर से 30 किलोमीटर पे चल रहा था। वो मेरा पल्मोलॉजी डॉक्टर भी उसी का एक कॉलेज पे प्रैक्टिसिंग कर रहा था। वो पहले उसका यूनिक खुलता है शॉप। मैं बाइक पे जाता हूँ 30 किलोमीटर, वो कार पे आता है। उसको बताया, मेरा एक दिन बताया उस डॉक्टर को, मैं 1 मंथ उधर ही ट्रैवल कर रहा था 30 किलोमीटर डेली काम करके फिर रिटर्न आता था। वो डॉक्टर बोलता है मेरे को, मैं कार में जाके ही एक कार में जाता हूँ, फिर मेरे को इतना टायर्ड होता है, तुम कैसे 30 किलोमीटर बाइक पे ट्रैवल करते हो, तुम्हारा कंडीशन ऐसा है करके पूछता है वो।
ये थोड़ा एक्सट्रीम एग्जांपल है सुधीर जी, बट ठीक है, अच्छी बात है। अच्छा एक और चीज, सॉरी आई मिस वन मोर थिंग, व्हाई पल्मोनरी रिहैब, and this is very important. I want you all of you to hear very carefully. So I was one of the lucky ones जिसको ट्रांसप्लांट के बाद इन्फेक्शंस नहीं हुए। The rule, especially in US, the statistics is कि हर ट्रांसप्लांट के बाद पेशेंट हर साल एक बार हॉस्पिटल में एडमिट होता है, इन्फेक्शन के लिए, कभी रिजेक्शन के लिए, कभी इसके लिए, कभी उसके लिए। ओके, टच वुड, गॉड विलिंग मेरे साथ नहीं हुआ। So I went to the doctor. I said, how is this possible? I am on heavy immunosuppression, right? And I haven't come. Why? Barabar, logical, right? Every patient literally goes there. And now to they, and they do bronchoscopy for every patient every 6 months after transplant. They have not done my bronchoscopy after year 1. I said, why? You know what was his answer was? He said, when you do a lot of exercises, he told me. Basically, he was telling me, because you do a lot of exercises, and when you do exercise, you do hyperventilation, right? What is hyperventilation? You breathe very fast, like, right? It's called hyperventilation. When you do hyperventilation, it creates in your body what we call as O3, ozone. Oxygen is O2, this is O3, which is basically called free ion or free radical oxygen. Okay. Now the problem is this O3 actually is bad for your human body also, right? We take antioxidants, correct? Have you heard antioxidants, medicines? Ye khao to antioxidant hai, ye phalana khao, dhikana khao, right? To reduce this O3, excessive O3, which is coming from somewhere else in your body. But the O3 which is generated from your exercises, okay, it actually is only limited. It is so limited that it is in fact helpful to you. It is your parallel immune. What this O3 does, it goes in your body everywhere, and wherever it sees a germ, a pathogen, it kills it. Any bacteria, any virus, any fungus. So by doing exercises, what you are doing is creating a parallel immune. So my doctor says that although we give you immunosuppression medicines and kill your immune down, you are creating a parallel immune for yourself by exercising, and that is helping you being away from infections. Did you all follow, or I complicated it?
No, we understood, sir.
Okay, what I mean, जब आप exercise करेंगे तो ये जो parallel immunity आएगी, इससे आपके infections कम होना चालू हो जाएंगे.
Okay.
Problem क्या होता है स्क्लेरोडर्मा के बाद, immunity, lung compromised है, ILD है, ये वो है. Look at Sudhir ji, he is just doing whole day this maramari and creating this parallel immune probably for himself. That's how his body is being managing. और notice जब oxygen पे लोग घर पे होते हैं, उस समय उनको ज्यादा infections होना चालू हो जाते हैं, right? Versus they are more physically active. ऑफ कोर्स उसका एक और दूसरा रीजन है, बट वन रीजन इज दिस. सो अगर आप लोग पल्मोनरी रिहैब करेंगे, एक्सरसाइजेस करेंगे, तो उससे इम्यून भी बनेगा और आपके इन्फेक्शंस कम होंगे. एंड अगेन आई एम एग्जांपल इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू. लकीली 5 years I had only one infection अभी उस दिन, क्योंकि I came to India, बॉम्बे में I ate somewhere and I got food poisoning. US में मेरे को कभी कुछ नहीं हुआ. That is it. I never got any pneumonias. I never got any flu. Never got anything. Just because of exercise. Again, I'm telling you, I'm not extraordinary. It's just that the exercises. Probably I'm doing the right things. If you do the right things, that's gonna happen. So it will create a parallel immune for you. And especially those who are young, जिनको अभी अभी थोड़ा मालूम पड़ा है स्क्लेरोडर्मा का, और जिनके लंग इतने अफेक्टेड नहीं है, प्लीज सेव योर लंग. हाँ जी, what else? Rashmi, any more questions?
Sophia ji has raised her hand. Let me unmute.
मैम मुझे ये सवाल पूछने का था, जैसे मेरे को सिस्टमिक स्क्लेरोडर्मा है, सिंस 15 साल हो गए मुझे, और ILD प्रॉब्लम भी है. जैसे खाना वगैरह हम खाते हैं, मुंह भी नहीं खुलता है पूरा, अपनी वो टंग है वो भी बाहर नहीं आती, एकदम स्लाइटली बाहर आती है टंग. खाने में बहुत प्रॉब्लम होता है, कुछ भी अगर गले में रुक गया तो वो 1-2 घंटा 3 घंटे तक वॉमिट होती रहती, थोड़ा निकलते रहता है. इतना कि मैं पानी भी पीती हूँ ना सर, तो वो नाक के रास्ते से बाहर आता है, ऐसा होता है. तो ऐसी सिचुएशन में मुझे क्या करना चाहिए? अब मैं अपने डॉक्टर से पूछा था तो उन्होंने बोला कि खाना को ग्राइंड करके खाओ. अब डेली बेसिस पे तो ग्राइंड करके खाना तो नहीं खा सकते ना. वही मुझे जानना था बस इसी बारे में कि ऐसे इन केस में मैं क्या करूँ, क्योंकि 2-3 आवर्स कंटिन्यूसली वॉमिटिंग में मेरी हालत बहुत खराब हो जाती है. और प्लस मुझे ILD भी है, तो सांस लेने में भी बहुत प्रॉब्लम लगती है.
आप किस शहर में रहती हैं सोफिया जी?
मुंबई.
मुंबई में. So you know what, probably Rashmi, she needs a better medical supervision and maybe
आप किस डॉक्टर को कंसल्ट कर रही हैं सुफिया जी?
सर डॉक्टर समीर राजे दीक्षा,
कहाँ
ग्लोबल
पे?
हॉस्पिटल.
ग्लोबल हॉस्पिटल.
जी.
ओके, आप मुझसे बात कीजिएगा सुफिया जी. गिव मी अ कॉल.
ओके.
probably you know what, she needs a little
Yeah.
higher immune suppression level, and
Correct.
at least the doctor Bhaji, Kaushik Bhajani take a call on. I think it's just a case of management.
Yeah.
Sophia ji, I think Rashmi से आप बात कीजिए, and then she will help you. We'll take you to this right doctor. And see, this is a medical field, but I can understand few things which your doctor can change. And Rashmi's doctor is one of the finest ones. एक बार
जी.
बात करके देखते हैं what we can do. This is not a question जो ऐसे सॉल्व हो सकता है, उसके लिए पहले एक बार मेडिकल इवैल्यूएशन जरूरी है, एंड वी विल हेल्प यू, विल डू एवरीथिंग फॉर यू.
ये ILD में क्या ऐसे खाना स्टक होता है क्या सर?
नहीं, वो आपका ईसोफेगस है. सो मैं आप जैसे उनको समझा रहा था ना, किसी को स्टमक कैसा होता है, जो आपकी खाने की नली है, फूड पाइप जिसको बोलते हैं, उसमें आपका मूवमेंट नहीं हो रहा है. तो जब आप खाना खाते हैं तो शायद वहां जाके वो अटक रहा है, और वो क्या होता है, अगर आप नीचे नहीं गया तो शरीर का नेचुरल वो होता है कि वो बाहर फेंकता है, एक्शन चालू हो जाता है. सो एक बार कौशिक भुजानी को इवेल्युएट करने
वो मैंने एंडोस्कोपी भी करवाया था, तो उन्होंने बोला कि वो हेरिटिकल क्या हर्निया करके कुछ है पेट में,
हाइटिस हर्निया. पर
हाँ हाइटिस हर्निया.
पर एक चीज ना सुफिया जी देखिए, दिस इज फॉर द होल ग्रुप अगेन. every rheumatologist is not qualified to treat scleroderma. जो अगेन यहाँ पे डॉक्टर्स नहीं बोलते हैं. जिस हॉस्पिटल की ये बात कर रही हैं, मैं वहाँ पे कपल ऑफ इयर्स पहले मैं एडमिटेड थी. वहाँ पे कोई रूमेटोलॉजी डिपार्टमेंट ही नहीं है, राइट. तो ये लोग कोई देखिए, हर हॉस्पिटल एक डॉक्टर पैनल पे ले आता है, बट वो चीज समझनी बहुत जरूरी है कि क्या आपका डॉक्टर ये डिजीज ट्रीट कर सकता है कि नहीं कर सकता है. अभी भी रूमेटोलॉजी में 70-80% जो इंडिया में डॉक्टर्स हैं वो हड्डियों के लिए, अर्थराइटिस के लिए ही ठीक है. वो ऑटोइम्यून डिसऑर्डर्स के लिए आते ही नहीं है. तो प्रोबेबली आपको राइट ट्रीटमेंट नहीं मिल रहा है. आप मुझसे यू टॉक टू मी, आप मेरे से बात कीजिएगा, मैं आपको राइट डॉक्टर के पास भेजती हूँ जो इसका ट्रीटमेंट करते हैं. आप अपना पिक ले सकते हैं, मैं आपको 2-3 डॉक्टर्स के नाम दे देती हूँ. आपको जरूरी नहीं आप डॉक्टर कौशिक के पास जाए. डॉक्टर बालाकृष्ण है हिंदुजा में. आप उनके पास जा
स्टार्टिंग में आया था डॉक्टर बाला कृष्णा जी को।
वन ऑफ द
स्टार्टिंग
फाइनेस्ट डॉक्टर्स इन इंडिया।
2011 में।
टाइम नहीं है उनके पास, बट वन ऑफ द फाइनेस्ट डॉक्टर्स इन इंडिया।
जी ठीक है। मुझे ऐसा लगा कि स्क्लेरोडर्मा में मोस्टली ऐसा होता ही
नहीं, ऐसा नहीं होता। आप मुझे इसलिए मैं कह रही हूँ, आप मुझे कॉल कीजिएगा, आई गेट यू कनेक्टेड टू अ बेटर डॉक्टर। आपका
तो
डॉक्टर
मैम
सही
आपका नंबर ग्रुप पे
है, मेरा नंबर ग्रुप पे है।
जी थैंक यू।
Perfect. Hanji, who else? But I think Rashmi, please get her to your doc now.
Definitely. I'll do that definitely.
Thank you, Rashmi. Thank you. Who else? अच्छा, और बताइए किसी के questions? I really wish आज ज्यादा लोग आए हो तो इस सेशन पे. It's helpful for people to understand. I'm sure.
रहियो, मैं बात कर रहा है।
हाँ जी.
हेलो।
हाँ जी राजेंद्र जी बोलिए.
हाँ, मेरे साथ ना मुझे बहुत जल्दी जैसे खांसी बोलते हुए हो जाती है, सर्दी ज्यादा लगे बहुत। देखो अभी भी कंबल शाम को तो ज्यादा ही लगे कमर में, और बार बार कफ आना या बलगम आना गले में।
तो आपको भी आपने डॉक्टर से बताया है कि ऐसा हो रहा है?
हाँ, अभी तो मैं अभी गया था ना यहाँ नोएडा में, डॉक्टर दीपक तलवार को दिखाता हूँ।
तो उन्होंने क्या कहा?
दवाइयाँ लिख देते हैं, बस अपना एंटीबायोटिक लिख दें। वो पीएफटी वगैरह सारे करे हुए हैं
ये
उन्होंने।
राजेंद्र जी आप थोड़ा ये जो पल्मोनरी रिहैब होते हैं वहाँ नोएडा में बहुत अच्छे हैं, आई नो। थोड़ा वहां जाइए, वो एक्सरसाइज कीजिए, उससे आपका जब लंग थोड़ा खुलेगा उन एक्सरसाइज से, तो आपको ये सब प्रॉब्लम होना अपने आप कम हो जाएगा। ठंड भी इसीलिए लग रही है क्योंकि आपके शरीर में उतना ब्लड नहीं दौड़ रहा है, राइट? एक्सरसाइज करेंगे, रिहैब करेंगे, वो जो उनके पास जाएंगे, उससे आपका हार्ट रेट बढ़ेगा, उससे आपका ब्लड फ्लो बढ़ेगा।
हाँ, रिहैब कम हो रहा है, एक्सरसाइज थोड़ी है। मैं सहारनपुर में रहता हूँ, यहाँ तो जिम में जा सकते हैं, जिम है पास में।
तो आप जिम में जाइए।
हाँ, डॉक्टर तो
लेकिन
घर में।
आपको आपका सैचुरेशन कितना होता है?
सैचुरेशन तो सही है, वो तो 90 से ऊपर ही रहता है, वो 8 मिनट वॉक, 6 मिनट वॉक के बाद।
जिम में कितना रहता है? तो आप उस हिसाब से उसको 88 या 85 के नीचे मत जाने दीजिएगा, जैसे ही नीचे जाए तो रुक जाना है।
ना, जिम में तो मैं जाता था, अभी नहीं गया सिर्फ कुछ दिन से। तब तो मैं बहुत हल्की हल्की करता था, थोड़ी सी लंग्स के लिए ही बस।
और
बहुत
जब
हैवी तो मैं।
आपसे नहीं जा रहे जिम, तब से तकलीफ बढ़ गई?
हाँ, बस अब 10-12 दिन से सर्दी बढ़ गई ना यहाँ। मैं सहारनपुर में रहता हूँ, यहाँ सर्दी ज्यादा ही होती है।
थोड़ा एक्सरसाइज कीजिए, या तो घर में कीजिए, योगा कीजिए।
जी। जैसे ज्यादा हो जाए एंटीबायोटिक ले लो, अभी भी 5 दिन तो उन्होंने दे दी थी, अभी गया था लास्ट वीक
कितने
तो
बार
फिर।
एंटीबायोटिक एंटीबायोटिक के बहुत साइड इफेक्ट्स भी होते हैं, आपका पूरा स्टमक का सिस्टम वो खराब कर देता है।
हाँ, थोड़ा बहुत तो उन्होंने दवाइयाँ ही इतनी दे रखी, उसी से दिक्कत है।
अब एक्सरसाइज कीजिए, उससे फर्क पड़ेगा आपको।
जी
और एक्सरसाइज कीजिए।
ठीक है। हाँ, ठीक है सर।
हाँ जी। ओके, हु एल्स? I think we are done.
Yeah, I think so.
Good. I think we stretched the session to 1 hour 50 minutes almost.
Thank you so much, Ajit. It was such a pleasure talking to you, as it always is. And I hope we will put up the recording on the group for the people who couldn't or didn't attend. And it's also going to be there on YouTube for future reference. So yeah, we'll do that. But thank you so much for sparing this time and being so, today, I think this was very much required, because a lot of the people who are here are suffering from some or the other kind of fibrosis or ILD.
That's so true. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure talking to all of you always. And as I said, this is a family. Please reach out. Do not hesitate. Somebody is busy, they will reply you later. If somebody forgets to reply you, send a reminder. It's okay, right? This happens in family. Do not do Google business. It's completely will mess up your mind, and anxiety. It will give you anxiety, and anxiety will trigger many other things. And I have faced that in my life. Rashmi has faced, and maybe all have faced. Don't do that. So thank you very much, and I hope some of you will imbibe these advices to make your life better and live a more healthier life. You'll, as I know, at the sake of repetition, medicines will keep you alive. It will give you life, but it will not give you meaningful life. These things will make them meaningful, right? So with that, we close.
Yeah. Thank you, Ajit. Thank you.
You're
Good
welcome.
night,
Thank you so
everyone.
much, Ajit.
Right.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
sir. Thank you.